Hi, I'm Gail and welcome to Get Wealthy. This little practice is ideal to use if you've been sitting or standing for long periods of time, so it's great after work. The aim is to open the chest, release the tension in the neck, the shoulders and the upper back, and that tends to build up during the day when we slouch over computers or look into our phones and tablets. And we'll also work with releasing the tension in the muscles of the legs and the hips. Tension there can contribute to lower back pain, knee pain and hip pain. So when you're ready, you'll need 2 yoga bricks, a yoga strap, or if you've got a dressing gown strap, that's great, and 2 tennis balls or massage balls in a sock. So grab your mat and come and join me. Start with a few minutes of some breath work. This just helps clear the mind and helps maybe perhaps put what's happened today aside for a short time so you can really focus on what's happening in your own body. So when you're ready, take a deep breath in, relax your shoulders, get really comfortable and close your eyes if you want to for 2 or 3 breaths. Maybe on an inhale, just focusing on bringing some new fresh energy into your body, and as you exhale, let go of any stress or tension. So twice more, a deep breath in, if you can, through the nose and out through the nose. That just helps dial down that overactivity in the nervous system. And 1 more breath, exhaling. Relax the shoulders and maybe make a small intention for your practice. If you have one you want to use and you use all the time, use it. Otherwise, to really focus on bringing your body and mind back to balance for your benefit. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes and take your strap, or if you have a dressing gown strap, that's great, and bring it round your upper back so that it lines up with your rib cage. Yeah, they're almost underneath your armpit really. And then you take the strap in your hands. Try not to grip it too much. That will add tension to your wrists. So I tuck my thumbs underneath. Inhale. Imagine you can really expand the back of your body to push into that strap behind you. And then as you exhale, relax your shoulders. So do that twice more. Inhaling into the strap. Watch your shoulders don't come up here. So inhale, in, and just to be double sure, exhale, relax your shoulders. 1 more time, inhale and expand. Exhale. Now keep that going. This time inhale, expand into the back, but also try to expand the strap outwards as well here. So we're going into the ribs and exhale. Inhale, deep breath in. Expand backwards and outwards and exhale. And again. And exhale. 2 more times. Working on expanding into that strap in all directions. And relax. Relax your jaw. On the exhale, relax your shoulders. 1 more time. Inhaling. And exhale. And then release the strap away. And on an inhale, take your arms up. As you exhale, take your right arm down to your side and reach the left arm over. And you want to anchor down through this hip. Take a breath in Reach those top fingers away a little bit more. And then turn your head, bringing the chin close to the shoulder to look at that middle finger. Now for 3 breaths, imagine you still have that strap around your back and the ribs. And especially here on the left side, inhale, expand into that imaginary strap. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders. Twice more, inhaling, expanding. Exhale. And one more time. And exhaling there. On an inhale, reach up. And we'll move it to the other side. So reaching over with that right arm, reaching out, anchoring the right hip, turning to look to that middle finger on the left side. This just gets a slight stretch here into the right side of the neck. Inhale, expand into the right ribs. Don't forget your upper back as well. Exhaling, relax. And twice more. Inhale, expand. Exhale. One more time. Then inhale, come all the way up. Take your hands this time behind your back and link your fingers. Expand those arms away. Then take your right arm around your back. So you're reaching both sets of knuckles towards the front of you. Take the heels of the hands together and then try to squeeze your elbows together. You'll get quite a strong sensation here down the right arm and into the shoulder. And then on an exhale, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder, squeezing the elbows together. So we're going back into the right side of the body here. Releasing that tension down the neck, into the shoulder, and into the deltoid muscle here too. 2 or 3 breaths. You can continue imagining that strap around you so you can get into the back and expand your breath too with this move. Then on an inhale, draw center, release the arms and take them round to the other side. Reaching the fingers and the knuckles forward, squeeze those elbows together. And then when you're ready, take the ear towards the right shoulder. This is so strong, this side for me. My very, very tight left side. So you might notice the difference yourself with one side of your neck or shoulders to the other. Breathing in and expanding into the ribs in the back and exhaling. One more breath here. And slowly on an inhale, bring the head center and release that off. Now come down and round. Yeah. Onto your hands and knees. Take your arms way out in front of you. And on an inhale, lift your body up so that your shoulders come over your wrists. Your knees are hip distance apart. Inhale, really lift the front of your body up. And as you exhale, bring that back. Stopping when your ears are level with your upper arms. One more time, inhaling. You can even think of that strap here to expand. And exhale, this time coming back all the way. And take your brick or your block in front of you, placing your forehead on the brick or the block. Just for a few breaths, press your head into the block and rock it very slowly from side to side. Two or three more times. So we're working over this area massaging, and you might feel kind of like pressing bruises in that area if you hold tension there. Then slowly bring it center. Give yourself a moment or so, and then inhale and come up. This time, take your 2 bricks or blocks and step 1 foot forward in front of you. On an inhale, lift your chest, and as you exhale, press your hips back, but only as far as the knee and the hip comes in line. So you may have to wiggle this front foot forward slightly. So inhale, come forward into the lunge. We're starting to work with the hips here. And exhale, rocking back. And twice more like this. Inhaling, lifting upwards, trying to keep the spine long. And exhale, press back. One more time, inhaling, lifting up and into this lunge. So you might get a sensation here in the front of that back leg, and especially here now in the back of the front leg. We're going to leave it forward on this lunge, and you're going to press the back foot and shin down into the floor and be here for a few breaths, really lifting through your center. You don't want to collapse in here. You've been doing this all day if you're sitting. So we want to lift up so that we're releasing here in the psoas muscle, but we're keeping our spine nice and tall and supported. One more breath. And when you're ready, push your hips back now until your knee and hip of the back leg come in line. Draw these blocks so that your hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And there's 2 ways to do this. You can push the front foot down into your mat and push it forward, or you can lift the toes and you'll get a much stronger sensation here in the back of the leg. Keep lifting the spine, and if you want to increase the sensation, you can go forward, but think of your spine staying long. Again, to round, you're just mimicking what you've done for 7 hours today. So we want to combat that and reverse the process. 2 or 3 more breaths. So you really don't need to straighten this leg either. A little kink in the knee is fine. And then slowly lower the toes. Come back into the lunge. Press back, and we'll switch sides. Take the bricks back, line them up with the front foot. Inhale, come into the lunge, and exhale. Press the hips back. Checking that the knee and the back hip come in line. Then inhaling, coming forward, lifting the chest, exhale. Twice more. Inhaling. It's nice to do this move back and forward before we go into the full pose. Just kind of prepares the body for the kind of deeper work that you do once you're in the lunge or in the forward bend. So coming forward one more time. Inhale, lifting, pressing into the foot and the shin of that back leg. Anchoring down through the front leg. You might feel something going on here in the hip. We're kind of flushing this hip joint as the femur hits into the hip socket. So this is a great way of kind of dental flossing your hip joint. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, press the hips back, making sure the back knee and hip are aligned. pull the blocks forward, wiggle that leg forward if you need to, and you either push down into the foot and press forward or lift the toes. The heel goes to the, presses into the mat, lift the chest, and we're working with releasing the tension here. Again, there's no need here to flex this or hyperextend the leg here. A little flexion in the knee is great. And then bend the knee and take the bricks to the side. Step back here, and we're going back now, taking our hands, so we're going into the upper body one more time. The hands out in front. Inhale, lift the body, and as you exhale, this time come back with the knee and the hips stacked up. Take your head down, and then you're going to thread your left arm through, taking the shoulder to the floor. Extend that right arm and breathe in. Again, imagine that strap is round you again one more time, and you're breathing in to top and bottom rib cage here. Reaching this top arm away, we're getting into just underneath the shoulder blade on the left hand side, and a little bit on the right hand side too. Push down through that hand, lift up, find your base one more time, and then thread the right arm through, reaching out. One more breath. Push down through that arm and unravel yourself. So good to move around through the body when we've been sitting and just working on one plane most of the day, or when we're standing as well. So now you take your balls in the sock. We're going to work with the fronts of the legs. These get very tense and pull the pelvis out of alignment sometimes, which can create real pain in your lower back. So to release the muscles in the front of the legs, it's really, really beneficial. So bring the tennis balls or massage balls. You want to bring them to the center of the front of your leg. So you lie over them. And you can bring your head to the floor if you want. And just for 2 or 3 breaths, just be here, letting the weight drop into those massage balls. Even this in itself can feel quite intense. And after a breath or so, we're going to work with like a rocking movement of your hips. And you're going to work the balls down to your knees. So you need to come up onto your elbows slightly. Keep your head down. And tip your pelvis. Tip your hips from side to side. And at the same time, move ever so slightly forward. Working your way to just above your knee. This can be really intense. Keep it really slow. Youch. And then work it back again. Right back to the center. Watch you don't dip in your back here. So you need to lift up all the way. Keep breathing into this. This can be really, really strong. And again, work all the way back to the center. or to a place where you feel, whoa, this needs to have some work done here. So I'm going to stop here. Yeah. Come back down again for a breath or so, resting your chin on your hands. And then we're going to lengthen that muscle as well as doing this little pressure point massage, which is ideal for flushing it out, flushing that tension and the toxins. So take a breath in, and as you exhale, bend that leg. And then release it back down again. Go really super slow here, so bend and extend. Whew. Twice more. So you find the spot, it can be closer to the knee or up to the upper thigh for you, and it will change. Quite regularly it changes to a completely different area. Now leave that leg up and imagine your shin and your foot. It's like your arm, and you're going to wave, yeah, from side to side. Whew. Again, this is strong. Keeping it very slow. This is not the kind of thing to do fast at all. Then release that off. Take the foot down. Take the tennis balls or the massage balls away. And just give yourself a moment to feel how that feels. You might feel that the hip on this side is so much flatter to the floor, and the same with the leg as well. It releases really, really quickly. So we'll do the other side. Placing the ball in the center of the quadriceps, that's the front of the thigh. Resting down for 2 or 3 breaths. And then when you're ready, drawing up onto your elbows slightly and start to rock the hips very slowly from side to side, so the balls start moving down the leg, yeah, towards the knee. Don't go onto the knee, so keep it quite a distance from it, and then start rocking back again. Moving yourself back and forward. This side towards the outside of the thigh for me is so tender. And then bring it all the way back towards the center, but to where you feel. You'll instinctively know where to go. And then release it there. Come back down. And then bend and extend. Remember to breathe here. Sounds silly, but we do hold our breath many, many times in a yoga practice. So you really have to keep being mindful to breathe into this kind of thing. Holding it there, and then rocking the foot, the shin back and forward. Bring it to stillness, and then release off. Take the sock away and give yourself a moment or so here. You can rest your head in your hands. Just feel how released the hips feel. Then gently bring your hands out in front of you, about shoulder width apart. Inhale and lift your body, then slide onto your elbows. So make sure the elbows are wide. We're coming into a little mini Sphinx pose here, just to get back into the upper body. So inhale and expand across your chest. Exhaling, let those legs relax here. Yeah, no tension in the glutes. 2 or 3 more breaths. So you really want to think of expanding across the chest here. Opening that up. You've been closed all day. We're opening around that area. One more breath. And then very, very gently coming all the way down. Slowly roll yourself onto your back. And then take a brick or a block and bring it underneath. It's underneath your sacrum, not so much the lower back. The knees are hip distance apart. And now you can bring the arms up in a W shape. So again, we're just reinforcing this message into your body to keep all the front body open. Yeah. Let the feet drop into the floor. Your lower back's going to feel amazing after this. 2 or 3 breaths. So you let the weight drop in to the brick. Let the brick support you. It's called supported bridge. Yeah. Breathing a few more times into that chest area. Then slowly bring your arms down. Push down through your feet. Gently lift your hips. Remove the brick and then come all the way down. Always feels fantastic. Feel how your back is just dropping into the floor. And you might also get the sensation the core engages of its own accord here. That's a really good sign that the core is supporting your spine. So this practice is really gentle, but it's about release, and we don't want to be harsh when we're trying to release tension in our body. You can take your bricks one more time, slide them under, and in a V shape under the thighs, and then you can straighten your legs out. Get them really comfy, so work out, they might have to go down a bit or up a bit. And then close your eyes, turn the palms of your hands upwards. Relax the eyes and the tongue and the jaw. And you can be here in Shavasana for as long as you want now. And when you're ready, turning and coming up and continuing with the rest of your evening or day. This is a really nice practice that if you now want to do some meditation, it's great. So I'm going to leave you here, but in the meantime, before we go, take a deep breath in. Bring your hands, or I'll bring my hands to my heart center. And to you all, namaste.